That's not a line from some summer blockbuster. No, that is the chilling, real-world testimony of a hacker, explaining exactly what he could do with just a single digital key, a key that can turn the very technology we depend on against us.
Now, this kind of absolute, terrifying control doesn't come from some noisy, brute force attack. It comes from something way more elegant, way more valuable, and infinitely more dangerous. It's called a zero-day, a weaponized secret, an invisible flaw woven into the very fabric of software that its own creators don't even know is there. It's like a torpedo sliding silently through digital waters, aimed at a target that has no idea it's even at war.
You see, for decades, weapons like these were exclusively for elite spies and criminal masterminds. But a seismic shift is happening right now. A new kind of intelligence is rising up, and it's threatening to automate this dark art, to democratize digital chaos, and to put the power of a nation-state right into the hands of a total novice. So stick with me. We're going to dissect the anatomy of these digital ghosts and reveal the technological revolution that's about to unleash them on all of us.
All right, to really understand the threat, we first have to understand the weapon. A zero-day isn't just a bug, it's a strategic asset. Think of it as an invisible key that can unlock almost any digital door on the entire planet.
You know, the name really says it all. The second an attacker decides to use this flaw, the clock starts ticking. But for the defenders, well, their clock is already at zero. There's no patch, no warning, no signature to look for. It is the perfect surprise attack, carried out with a weapon the victim never even knew could exist.
So how in the world is a weapon like this even forged? Well, for years, creating one was this painstaking, totally human-driven process, a high-stakes game of intellectual cat and mouse, played out in the deepest shadows of the digital world. Let's dig into the old way of doing things.
Every single zero-day exploit follows a pretty predictable life cycle, a lot like a manufactured product, actually. And it doesn't start with code. It starts with a hunt. First, you've got discovery, the search for that one-in-a-million flaw. Then comes weaponization, where that little flaw is meticulously engineered into a reliable tool for an attack. Next up is deployment, the secret execution of the mission. And finally, disclosure. That's the end of the line, when the secret gets out and the weapon loses all its power.
But let's look a little closer at the sheer skill this requires. Discovery isn't about getting lucky. It's an art form. It's about using techniques like fuzzing, basically just bombarding a program with tons of random data until it breaks, all to find one tiny crack in the armor. And weaponization? That's about crafting a digital warhead, a stable payload that can be delivered through a single phishing email or a compromised software update that infects thousands. This isn't brute force. This is digital neurosurgery.
And here's the crucial takeaway from all this. Your antivirus, your firewall, all those intrusion detection systems, they're all effectively blind. See, they work by matching threats against a library of known signatures, kind of like a security guard with a book of mugshots. But a zero-day, it has no mugshot. It's a ghost, a complete unknown that just waltzes right past traditional defenses.
Now, a weapon this powerful, well, it inevitably creates a market. But this isn't a market you're going to find on the stock exchange. It's a clandestine, high-stakes global bazaar where secrets are the only currency that matters.
This slide really captures the deep divide in this economy. On one side, you have the white market. Think bug bounty programs where ethical hackers get paid to report flaws so they can get fixed. The whole goal is defense. But then there's the other side, the gray and black market. And here, intelligence agencies, military contractors, and cybercriminals are all bidding for these exploits with a very different goal in mind: exploitation.
And the financial incentive to play in the shadows? It's immense. An exploit sold on the gray market to, say, a government agency or a specialized broker can fetch a price that is 10 to 100 times higher than what a software vendor would pay out in a bug bounty. We are talking millions of dollars for a single powerful exploit.
And that brings us to the central paradox of this whole secret market. How does a seller prove their weapon actually works without giving away the very secret that makes it so valuable? If you demonstrate the exploit, you risk revealing how it's done, and then a potential buyer could just walk away with the knowledge for free. It is an incredibly delicate dance of trust and verification in a world that has absolutely no rules.
So, for decades, that was the world. High cost, human-driven, and surgical. But that world is ending. We are entering a new paradigm, a fundamental shift from the artisan hacker to the automated attacker. This is the dawn of the AI hacker.
This revolution is being powered by a brand new type of artificial intelligence. And forget your typical chatbot. Agentic AI is autonomous. It can set its own goals, interact with tools, and carry out complex multi-step operations all on its own. It doesn't just answer your questions, it takes action.
But an autonomous agent is pretty useless if it's just trapped in a digital box, right? It has to interact with the world. And that's where something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, comes into play. Think of it as a universal language for AI. It's the standard that gives these autonomous agents hands and eyes, letting them connect to and control other systems at a truly unprecedented scale.
So you combine this autonomous agent with the ability to interact with any system, and you create a whole new category of threat. There's a term emerging from the underground for it, vibe hacking. It's basically the automation of intuition, using AI to find and exploit vulnerabilities at a speed and scale that no human team could ever hope to match.
And listen, this is no longer just theoretical. These tools are already emerging from the shadows. Names like Xanthorox AI are being whispered on clandestine forums. These are AI platforms designed to automate that entire lifecycle we just walked through. It can fuzz millions of applications at the same time, weaponize the flaws it finds in seconds, and get them ready for deployment, all without a human ever touching a keyboard. This powerful metaphor from recent threat reports just sums it up perfectly. We have created a digital garden of Eden for attackers, a fertile ecosystem of powerful, open-source, uncensored AI models and freely available tools, creating an environment where the seeds of digital chaos can grow completely unchecked.
The consequences of this shift are, well, they're profound. We are moving from a world of targeted assassinations to one of automated, indiscriminate warfare. The democratization of cyber weapons is officially here.
The shift in scale is just staggering. The human hacker was a scalpel, precise, expensive, and slow, targeting one victim at a time. Agentic AI is a swarm, automated, cheap, and lightning fast, capable of attacking millions of targets all at once. It is a fundamental change in the very scale and speed of conflict itself.
And this forces us to ask a terrifying question. What happens to our digital society when any amateur script kiddie with a grudge can wield the same level of power as a sophisticated nation-state attacker? What does security even mean in a world where the most advanced cyber weapons are available to absolutely everyone?
Okay, the old defenses are obsolete, the new threats are automated, and they are everywhere. The situation seems dire, but what if the answer isn't a better weapon, but a better philosophy, a new strategy for a new era of warfare? It is time for the verdict.
The answer is a radical paradigm shift in defense known as zero-trust architecture. The core principle is simple, but its implementation is profound. Trust nothing by default. It completely eliminates the idea of a trusted internal network. Every single user, every device, every application, every connection has to be continuously verified, authenticated, and authorized, no matter where it is.
For decades, our security model was a castle with a moat. We built this strong perimeter and just assumed everything inside was safe. But in the age of the AI swarm, that model is fatally flawed. The new reality demands a new verdict. We must design our systems with the absolute assumption that the enemy is already inside the walls. In a world of automated ghosts and weaponized secrets, the only defense is to trust nothing. The only path forward is zero. Now that you've enjoyed this Cyber Tips explainer to understand the cyber world around us, go on a watch marathon of our playlist to become a cybersecurity expert. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone you deeply care about to have a foolproof cyber defense.